among our people, the women, when they are given names, they are given warrior names. And Ba is just a plain warrior name. Among our Diné, we have the men that we refer to that have served in the military or in any type of situation where they had to bear arms. And when they have returned, we call them Nazba, which means that they actually participated in combat or some situation where they were being fired upon and their lives were in danger. Well, we refer to them as Nazba. But the other thing is that among our people, the women, when they are given names, they are given warrior names. And Ba is just a plain warrior name. I have two daughters that Tanaz Ba is one, and Des Ba is another one. So I have two daughters that have warrior traditional names. But the subject of warrior a lot of times in modern times is not explained very well. I think that my great-grandfather is a man that I can remember that was probably actually did participate in actual warfare. And that's another story with him, but I know that from talking to him and being around him, he was the kind of man that was, when operating in the arena of being a warrior, he was a man that did things that were, to me, impossible. He was able to do the impossible. He could survive without food for longer than most anyone else. He could survive and find water, places where nobody would be able to find water at all. And he could track, and he could survive heat, the heat of the day in the hottest of areas, and also he could live in places where it was freezing cold, and that he could survive the conditions. And so it was that I always recognized him as a true warrior. Today, I don't know of very many people that can really survive under impossible conditions and be able to do it in the right spirit. But warrior, being a warrior, takes a very special discipline. And a lot of times people say, I want to be a warrior, and they join the military. But the military is, the first part of it is motivation. Motivation sometimes is something that a lot of times people think is what we need to do the impossible. It's in the right direction, but when you actually get into the fight, discipline is what has to kick in. And discipline is something you begin to learn from a very early age among our Diné. It was a traditional way to be able to run in the snow and roll in the snow when the first snow fell, and to be able to survive in the cold and adapt yourself, and to be able to work in the hot sunlight all day long during the summertime, and to be able to do the things that were necessary. But it is that the Diné warrior today is a little bit different and not understood as well as it should be. Being a warrior takes discipline and discipline, discipline and discipline, but it all has to come from the inside. I think that we have the conditions there to show ourselves and to ourselves that the discipline is what it takes. We can be motivated, but the discipline has to come from the inside, and those are the things that we are told.